Hello.
Hi, how are you? Hi, everybody. I'm Irene Major, or Queen of Ingress.
And I'm Sam Malin.
Because a lot of people have a lot of questions of you guys, so can I throw the question on you?
Okay.
Okay. For the first question is how you both met.
You answer that one.
You
darling.
want me to answer that?
Yes.
Well, the honest answer to that question is I actually met one of my sister-in-laws first. I met her in Paris at Charles de Gaulle Airport. She was dragging a huge bag around the airport. I decided that I'm going to help this attractive lady, so I did, and I got chatting with her, and it turned out she had a boyfriend, Canadian, so that was okay. But what she did say, she said, "Well, I'm one of a family of 9. I said, "Oh, how many sisters?" She said, "Well, there's 4 of us sisters." She said, "Why don't you come to Cameroon and have dinner with us sometime?" Little did she know that I would be able to do that. So I flew to Cameroon, where I was doing some work with the World Bank and then later in the oil industry. And I first saw Irene not at the dinner, but actually at the hotel where I was staying, the Hilton Hotel. Irene was doing a catwalk show there. And
So we met before we knew the same people or the same person.
We did.
The same sister.
Fortunately,
Faith.
I think I clued in fairly quickly because I didn't want you to think I was two-timing. So we got to know each other before the dinner, and then
No, we stayed together.
came over for dinner. And it
Nearly
went
20 years
well.
living. What do you say? We live happily ever after. Dear.
Yes, exactly.
So how long you guys been together?
Nearly 20 years.
Nearly 20 years. We're
Wow.
married 18 years. Yeah.
And I know on your Instagram you have 5 kids.
I
Is that
know.
right?
Yes, 5 children.
Wow.
Quite a number, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we have Samantha, who's 16 and a half. Lulu Marie is 9. And Pearl is 6. Lincoln 5. And Mona, 18 months.
Wow, that is
It goes a long
amazing.
way.
How did you find being in London as you are multicultural and then being in this house? How did you find that?
I think London is very cosmopolitan.
Yeah.
So we love it here. And I like the fact that England welcome us so crazily, isn't it? I feel more British than probably even my next door neighbor. I tell you, I mean, for me, I come in this world, you have the Queen, the royals, and I mean, I'm a queen now myself. So that shows that you love the place, right? I look up to the Queen. I mean, what do you think, darling? How do you
No,
find it?
I think that's true. I mean, we've lived together and in our previous lives as well in quite a few different places, elsewhere in Europe, in France, in Africa as well. And I've obviously grew up in Canada, and we feel particularly at home here in the UK. It is very cosmopolitan. It's a great place to be. And I mean, I know what Irene says. You know, we appreciate all the different aspects of British culture, and we really like it. And I guess one of the, you asked about the house. Having a house like this is a little piece of that. I mean, this is not something that sort of landed on our plates. I mean, we have been married for nearly 20 years. We've known each other for about 20 years, and we've worked extremely hard from really having very modest means to be able to afford somewhere like this. And this is something which is very English, so we enjoy it.
We love it.
And it's not, everyone see it's not the house though, it's the castle.
I know, it's an abbey.
Well, it is pretty big, yes. I guess it's not quite sure. It's at least 10,000 square feet. By some accounts, maybe 16,000. So it's a big building. But once the children are running around,
It feels small.
yeah, it does. It begins to not feel so big.
I always say the house is filled up with love. When you come from the door, it's the warmth. I mean, it's overwhelming from the outside. I think inside, with love and everything, it just makes it so small. And another thing I love is the fact that although it's a castle, although it's everything, for us it's home, isn't it? And it's where our heart is. I mean, this is my little box. This is our sanctuary, isn't it?
How's your career?
Career-wise, do you want to go first with how your career is?
I mean, I'm a mom of 5. You said it yourself, and I'm a wife. One of my best and greatest place. I love being a wife. I just love being that homey girl, that cooks for her husband. I still cook his little meal, like I haven't stopped, and I make sure your shirts are ironed. I'm still a wife, although I have the help, but I still love doing I'm African. When you're from Africa, you kind of, do you know what I mean? You do all these things. You know how to do them all.
I talked to your children, and then she said you cook for them
Yes,
a lot.
yes, I do.
She said you're a good cook as well.
Yeah, I try my best. We can only try our best, isn't it? So I'm a model as well. I modeled since I was 14. From winning a beauty pageant, back home, Miss Lands Club in Cameroon. And from there, that was just kind of the kickoff of a modeling career, which has been very successful. And I've done amazing commercial. There's a mannequin out of me, by Rootstein, Adele Rootstein, the biggest mannequin. And I've done, I sing as well, entertainer. I kind of do everything, and philanthropist, and what else? What have I missed?
Well, you've come a long way from when you won the national beauty contest in Cameroon. But you've done lots of things. In terms of the acting, you were in Die Another Day, Ali G in the House. You've been in endless.
I love the cameras.
Television advertisements, TV. You even had a appearance in EastEnders at one point. So.
There was a time in my life where I was like just trying everything I could, not because you think it's going to end, but just because you want to try, and you come in Europe, you come in England, you have all these opportunities.
And we have to, and the X Factor.
Oh my gosh, yes! What haven't I done? At least they're not gonna say I didn't do it. I think all it is aspire to inspire. I want the little girl sitting somewhere and be like, don't listen to anybody telling you can't do it. I think if you try, then in your brain, at least try. I think it's always best to try.
No, and I think before I talk about me, we should also highlight the fact that you're a brand ambassador for certain brands. You're an ambassador for certain charities. International Arbor comes to mind, in addition to your own.
International Arbor is actually an American charity. And they act, beyond, way beyond domestic violence. And
human trafficking.
Human trafficking as well, which is a very big cause out there. So I'm going to be, taking their work over and hopefully crossing the border and make it African. And again, people say, like we say, it's not just human trafficking. It's not just something you find in Africa. It's everywhere. It's in Europe, it's in Asia, everywhere around the world.
In this country.
In this country as well. So it's already been in talk. So we are looking forward to do many, many ventures. And also I'm the brand ambassador for this company called Lux Africa, which is a brand representative in the whole of Africa. So they represent Hermes, Chanel, you name it, they represent them. It's like, how do they put it?
So what you do then with them, like what you do, you have to do like the photo shoot with them, or what you have to do?
Yes, I'll be, whenever there's a brand interested, I'm going to be the one carrying the brand over, of course, photo shooting, helping with PR, and just spreading the word, like talking more about it. Awareness, and I'm going to be the face, and which is amazing because I love the brand, I love the fashion, as you know, and it's just... when you love doing something, and I love the fact that I'm all involved with such things. It's amazing. It's exciting.
What about you, Sam?
Well, yes, as a little bit of a crossover, so this is a nice lead into me. And you're also the head of fashion and luxury for Burke's Peerage. So wow. I have a number of ventures. Burke's Peerage is one of them, with a partner I own, Burke's Peerage, which is an 1826 provider of genealogical information, but which we're moving out into different fields to broaden the brand. But my background is oil and gas exploration, also minerals exploration. So my career goes back to graduating from university, Queen's University and Cambridge University in the 1980s, through oil exploration, petroleum products, trading, into mining, back into oil and gas, and now even all sorts of other entrepreneurial things, yes. And supporting you too. I think that's a full-time
He's the best
career.
fan I've ever found. I tell you, if you look for a number one fan, that's my number one fan. Thank you, darling.
Yeah.
Thank you
Sweet.
for all the support.
That's all right.
How do you guys cope with the kid, because you have 5 kids, and then with the work, and then you
Yeah.
work as well, and how do you guys doing?
I think part of the key is to make sure that we constantly carve out time for each other. We do things together. We get the children involved as well, but also I work from home, which makes it a lot easier. Although I guess part of the advantage of having a big house is the house is big enough that I can work from home and
And running your own company.
yeah, it's more or less
Be your own boss.
be my own boss, and also have some physical distance. If I need to have a bit of time away from the children, I can have a time away in one corner of the house, but as soon as I want to see them or they want to see me, we just have a few feet to walk, so that seems to work.
I mean, I think the children are, no, they're not just my friends, but for me, they're like this extended, friends that I have. So at the same time, we're having a blast. I even forget they are children sometimes. I play with them. Like yesterday, we were dancing till midnight until I realized you had a photo shoot with me. So it's just, I take it with the flow, I take it as it comes. I don't complicate. I don't sit and say, oh my gosh, I'm a mom of 5, I need to behave. There's no such thing as behaving. Just live your life.
How do you think you can, because you guys start from the bottom, that can I say like that? And how you gonna present to the world that everyone can become like you guys?
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, everybody can. I mean, you just have to dream and believe in your dream. And remember, you have yourself. I mean, if you're lucky to find a soulmate that believe in you, then you're lucky. Otherwise, just keep up. Never give up on your dreams.
Yeah, perseverance.
Yeah.
I mean, we've worked very hard for 20 years to bring everything to as far as as far as it's reached so far, and we're continuing to work hard. So it's
not
about
even the
hard
beginning.
work. It's perseverance, working together, supporting each other.
We're not even there yet. Give me Buckingham Palace, I'd take it.
Well, actually, as the chairman of Burke's Peerage, I think
The Queen lives there, I know.
Yeah,
But what I
we
mean
have
is,
to-
if you give it to me, I'll take it. Some people are scared of big
No, it's
places
true.
and
Don't be
too
afraid.
luxurious.
dream.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
You buy me a private jet, you give me the Concorde, I take it. I take it all. I'm a queen, darling. I'm a queen.
Yeah, our queen of
No.
Ingress. So anything you want to say to everyone? Do you want them to know about you guys? Anything else?
Well, I mean, I think a couple of key things. Well, first, we've touched on a philosophy, if you like, which is persevere, follow dreams, work hard. Anything is achievable with hard work. And I mean, it's not just plenty of people we know around us as well. I think we could say that. But it's also it's important to remain grounded. I hope I managed to remain grounded. I know my
You
wife
have.
certainly does.
Yeah.
That's very important as well. So we haven't left behind anybody. We're friends with all the people we've
Yeah.
always been friends with, right back to childhood and
I
where we
always
grew up.
say, it's funny because I always say to people, you take all of this away, this whole box, the castle and everything. You put me in a tent, I'm always going to be myself. We're always going to be
No,
us.
that's
Because
true.
for us, being together, our happiness doesn't depend on material things. It's actually just the love. And I think if you put us anywhere, we'll still be us. So people should know, among all this luxury and whatever they call it, there are human beings living in there, and all you have to do is maybe give a knock and say, I'll give you the biggest cuddle ever, the biggest love you've ever had. We're just human. We're all in one, right?
Yeah. Wow.
We're just like you guys.
Well, we're all and
We're all
those
the same.
and those guys are like we are.
We're all the
So yeah,
same.
we are all
Wow.
the same.
Thank you so much to Sam and Irene, Queen
Thank
of
you. God
Ingress.
bless.
Thank
You're
you so much.
amazing.